Morning, folks. Today is a least expensive shave, so I'm going to be kind of creative on what I got going on here. Decided to go ahead and go with my Williams mug soap. This Williams, show you a little bit about the container here. Maybe you might be able to see that where it recommends you use Aqua Velva aftershave, which isn't my least expensive aftershave in the den. So, least expensive aftershave I have is my Barbasol Brisk. And this one here I picked up a while back, and you see it doesn't have a whole lot left in it. And when I got this one here, it was like $1.95 at Dollar General. That's my least expensive aftershave. But then when it came time to figure out what I was going to use for my pre-shave soap, I can remember back when I first started, somebody mentioned in a video about using glycerin soap for a excuse me, for pre-shave soap. So I've had this one here for a moment, just deciding when I was going to work it into a shave. Decided this might be the opportune moment to use it for a pre-shave, and picked this up for I think it was $1.25. It might have been $1.50. Williams I can pick up here locally for $1.29. So all this is definitely, how do you say, on the cheap. As it goes for the shaver, this this Baili I picked up off of Maggots on a Black Friday sale for, I think it was like $2.25. It might have been $2.50, and I think it's on sale right now, right around is $5 or $5.50. I think it is pretty inexpensive. This is the rose gold, and also got the Voskhod. Mentioned in yesterday's video that I think it was Italian Barber that had these on their moving sale for like $6.99 for 100 pack or something like that. And that's I picked up a few of those at that price. I just couldn't hardly pass them up. Now, as it goes for the shaving brush, this is a Vulfix 26. It's a boar knot. It's not a real big one. Matter of fact, this is probably a bit drier than what I normally whip up. This particular bowl here, picked up at a thrift store, and you might be able to tell it's got these little grooves right here, just perfect for hanging on to the bowl. I couldn't tell you what this was used for, because this is like restaurant china, and I couldn't come up with an idea in my head why a bowl would be shaped like this, but it's perfect for this Williams mug soap. There it is, got it whipped up there. It's perfect. I mean, it just fits right down in there and stays put. Perfect bowl for it. Yeah, it's for me, it's a lot of fun doing these kind of shaves, because it allows me to be, how can you say, creative. Because you're usually mixing and matching things. And this, if it hadn't been for the Black Friday sale, me picking this shaver up, it would have been a shavette, because I picked up a shavette just over $3. So otherwise, this would have been a shavette shave instead of a DE shave. But it's kind of those prices are pretty low, pretty inexpensive prices. And this shaver, the only thing that I could mention about anything bad about this is that you might want to make sure from time to time, make sure that this knob seems to work its way loose. For me, it's not a serious issue by any means, but it's just something you might want to pay attention to while you're shaving, to check the tightness, make sure it's still staying snug. Already put a hot towel to the face this morning. Go ahead and wet my face here. Going to give this a try. I've never tried this before, so I am going to see how this works. Now, I have seen some pre-shave soaps in the past where the primary ingredient, I guess you might say, is glycerin. So I don't know that this is such a bad idea or not. Going to find out, though. I'm thinking it's going to be working out just fine. What I was also thinking about this particular soap, I don't know if you can see that emblem there or not. I left it in the car. You do your shopping, and it's been warm here. And by the time I would get back to the house with it, it had already melted. In other words, in the container, so it doesn't take much for it to melt. And what I was thinking about, more than one way of using this, not only can I use it as a pre-shave soap, but put it in one of those twist up containers that are empty, and use it as a pre-shave soap like that if I wanted to. Makes it a little bit easier to travel with. It looks like this is going to work out pretty good. Don't know what it'll do for the slickness. In other words, in comparison to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Ice Cube here, I can kind of, sort of, how can you say, already tell it's not quite as slick, just by, as I work it in. But it might be beneficial here. We'll find out with the shave. May not be able to notice it, I don't know. See how this is going to work out this morning. Because this puck that I'm using this morning is brand new. And typically when I use Williams, I do soak the whole puck, and this one here I didn't. I just put just enough water to put on the top of it. And I didn't pour any of the water out, left it in there. I think for this shave it'll be all right. It's still not near as wet as what I normally would whip it up like. I like it drippy, in other words. Good and wet. Yogurt, if you will. This will be all right, I think. But this brush is, using a bristle here, this brush is excellent with Williams mug soap or any other hard puck soap as far as that goes. It does a wonderful job whipping it up. Doesn't have any problem digging into it. Now you can find this shaver in the chrome version, if you will, over at Italian Barber. And if you're one that likes a matching aftershave, you can go pretty inexpensive with Razor Rock. Soap, aftershave, sometimes you can pick up the soap for right around depending on, when they have their sale, of course, but $2.99 for the soap and $7, $8 or whatever the case might be for the aftershave. In other words, you can pick up a soap and matching aftershave set pretty inexpensive in the grand scheme of everything. But this is a lot of this stuff. I can just walk into a store and pick up. Probably the most difficult thing to find, and I can't remember off the top of my head what the going price is. You can find a shaver like this at CVS sometimes here locally. I don't remember what the price is on though. I wanted to say around $15, $16. Then after that, your next hurdle is finding razor blades. Razor blades, double-edged safety blades. You can find them at CVS, and I think they're made by Persona last time I looked. Not exactly the cheapest, buying blades at CVS, but you can find them. Same thing with the single edge. In other words, gym style blades. At least here at this particular CVS near me. As it goes for like, and I have not found an alum block in a store yet. Not here locally, I haven't. So that would be another one that if you can find locally, you did good. Now, as it goes for the witch hazel, I got some sitting over here that I plan on using, and it's from Walmart. I want to say it was like $1.75. It's pretty inexpensive. I've had it in the bathroom here for a moment. You'll tell but here pretty soon by looking at the label that the humidity is taking its toll on it. But it's one of those aftershave, not aftershaves, but one of those witch hazels I plan on adding a scent to it. And I already done peppermint and menthol. So I'm thinking I've got some had for, I don't know, about 3 weeks now. Thinking about adding some thyme to it. Something different. See how I like it. But right now it's just straight up witch hazel. This particular one from Walmart, Equate brand, I think it says like 14% alcohol in it. This is working out pretty well. I have, for me, how can you say, Williams and I, in the beginning, is more of a hate relationship because I could not figure out how to lather it. And one of the things it does mention is using hot water. And so one day, I did soak the whole puck in hot water, and things went much better after that. So in other words, after I learned how to lather and what works well for it, to get it to work up the lather that I enjoy, things just started going a lot better. Lathering period, as far as that goes. That is something, if you're starting out, or perhaps you're still trying to learn how to lather, being that here, like say locally, it's inexpensive. Walk in the store and pick it up. It's, you know, under $1.50, so you can go in there and pick up a puck and just continually go in the bathroom every day and learn how to lather with Williams mug soap. That my wife was giving me a hard time when I first started, because I did spend quite a bit of time in the bathroom just practice lathering, trying to figure out how to do it, get to where I wanted it. Just a little bit of feedback here on the against the grain pass. But overall, this makes for an inexpensive shave. And it is possible to get one done without having to... The only thing I ordered online out of all this, is the shaver itself. Oh, and the blades. In other words, it's nice to be able to source an inexpensive shave without having to order it online. And you can find Vander Hagen twist to open DE shaver. I think it's right around $17 at Walmart when they have it in stock. They seem to sell it quite frequently. So there's folks still trying it. They've been carrying it for a few years now, so I ought to say something about the, I guess you might say, about the market that is still there as it goes for DE shavers. It's just the fact that none of the big box stores are really pushing it. And considering this is with Williams, made it through the whole shave. I mean, I don't expect any weepers, stinging. Sometimes they don't show up until after I put alcohol on my face. And I don't think I'm going to end up with any. It's too smooth of a shave. This is a pretty easy going shave. It's Monday. Alum block. I usually pick them up. You can pick up some that have been damaged, you know, the case has been cracked or something of the sort. But usually, you know, an alum block is kind of inexpensive, especially one from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I think it's like $4.50. This one here comes with the rubber band, and lasts you forever, it seems like, for me. In other words, it'll go more than a year for me with an alum block. And you don't necessarily have to use an alum block if that's not your thing. For me, it really, I guess you might say, with the shave that shaves and now straight razors from time to time, helps with anything that I may have going on, got a little bit close. In other words, got small little nicks here and there. Help make sure that they get healed up and whatnot rather quickly. And then just to pile on, use the witch hazel. I got to set over here, I'll get it. Like I said, you can tell the humidity in the bathroom is taking its toll on the label there, but it has a scent to it that's naturally occurring, I would say. But as it goes for any scent added to it, no, there's not one. This is the one, though, I plan on. I think I'm going to take the label off. That's looking pretty pitiful. Go ahead and take the label off, and I think I'm going ahead. Didn't know if I want to use just thyme to it, or if I want to use thyme and another scent like maybe lavender. Haven't quite made up my mind just yet. We'll hear pretty soon though. I like the dispenser. Let me go ahead and show that little opening right there instead of like a big huge one. This one here pours out. It's not the smallest one I have seen, but it pours out pretty nice out of that opening there. Barbasol. Now, I have not found Barbasol aftershave in Dollar General in quite a while. Have not had, at least here locally. Now, one near you maybe still has it. Here locally, I have not been able to find it. So if you haven't seen that video, I ordered mine through Walgreens. I've got, I don't know, I think I got 4 now that are up in my closet. I ordered it in bulk. To me, this is it's got a nice cooling effect to it. It's not over the top, in my opinion. In other words, my eyes aren't going to start watering or anything like that, but it does hit my nose just right. Nice. I mean, for me, I like menthol, like the cooling effect. I could do that, several shaves throughout a year without a problem. It's just one of my favorite things, that nice cooling effect. And especially at $1.95 when I got this one. I think now when you order through Walgreens, it might be $2.50 or something like that. That's still pretty darn inexpensive, and this is 5 ounces. So just depends on what you like. You could forego the aftershave altogether and just use the witch hazel. Add your own little scent if you wanted to. Definitely do it on an inexpensive budget, small one, and still get a great shave. Hope everybody's doing well. I had lots of fun doing this one here. Hope everybody's healthy. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.